Hi everyone. So I was talking about the geometry grid system, and I took a screenshot of me drawing the grid here, and it's very um, what's the word? Oh my God, so many words in this world. It's like inventions, so many. It's like money, infinite. Um, Detailed, or it's very complex, but exciting and fun at the same time. So anyway, so with this system here, we are able to build just about any shape out there. There's this shape, the octagon. There's squares, perfect squares. There is perfect triangles, and all that is within our planet and in our galaxy, probably most likely our galaxy, but I'm not going to underestimate 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 the potential and the complexity of our own galaxy. So with this, I believe we can get all these shapes, and correct me if I'm wrong. And here we have a cluster, we have a window, key, a bunch of different shapes, and and it's all looking at it. It's all looking at it from the 3D perspective, like this cube here and this molecular structure and the bonding of the units and all that. Um, let's see what else we have here. Oh, I put this one in here. I drew this one out as well. Let me see screenshots. There's also this image here. Screenshots. There's this one. And this is like a diamond. Yeah, there's a diamond right there. And I'm going to pull this one up because it's talking about diamonds. And this is something that, oh man, it got cropped out. Where is it at? I found it. And this is something that a lot of people on Earth love, are diamonds. We use them for a lot of reasons. There's graphite. There's a bunch of different shapes. But this shape here is definitely revealed in that structure. And this is awesome right here. This neck, this this graph right here, this graph. And I've been trying to find it because we have it, and those are the shapes that we have here on Earth, and the formation, shape formations of our elements here on Earth, which have and build up these structures of these other elements, these elements here. So we do not know exactly what we're looking at when we're looking at these fucking at these at these things here from the crop circles, and we just don't know everything about them. We don't know, but we have to just take the time to look at each and every one of them, because by looking at these crop circles, we might not understand. Like, we might get a foreign looking shape that doesn't make sense to us, but that doesn't mean that it has no significance, because it does. Like, I was playing around with this one right here, and this one is the Tree of Life. Tree of Life, sacred geometry, and there's a bunch of stuff here going on. Let's click on a different one. There's these here. All these shapes. I like this one right here. This one here is a snowflake shape, snowflake formation, crystal formation, or actually it's not even a crystal formation, it's a snowflake formation. But right here we have the octagon shape, and then it branches out from there. You guys see that? So if we were looking at this as a crop circle, we wouldn't even know what the fuck it would be. See, but it goes beyond that. And then all these other shapes here, um what is that word? Correlog? Like, they go along with um they go along with like the other you know grid system with the shapes that I was showing you guys earlier. And they also develop these type of shapes here, and these other types of rocks and minerals that we can actually see with our eyes. not like in a 2D or even a 3D, outline, actual footage of the object. And they're different colors. Some of them are transparent, but yet solid. It's like water, but frozen like ice. So it has different um, consistencies or whatever, and colors, brightness, colors. There's a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. There's specimen identification guide, public, Clemson University South. Well, look at. I don't really want to read everything, so I'm not reading it out loud. But here we have a crystal formation or development structure, and it's a square. See that? It's a square over here as well. So I don't know if those crop circle things, if they're, really appearing there naturally. And if so, then it could potentially be like a flying object that is passing, you know, past our Earth, our Earth planet, and they're marking the crops with, this type of stuff on the ground. But I really don't know. I'm not an expert at all this, but I could just assume that if if it's true, then they're sharing knowledge. They're blessing us. They're passing by and they're marking that on the crop and then they're taking off. So right there they just blessed us. They blessed us with their knowledge and it's all about love and sharing that love and growing and stuff like that. So this one here is actually called Archangel Metatron Sacred Geometry. But I don't know if it's man-made. This particular one, it could be man-made. Um, so I wouldn't know the difference. But this other crystal is a mineral examining crystal structures, Britannica. This right here, Britannica mineral, is another square cube formation, and there's a lot of that going on there. Here we have more shapes, crystal habits, and forms. For some reason, these images are just coming out super blurry on my end. I don't really know the names of these, but there's pyramid shape, and some other ones I don't know what they're called. And I can't really read it because it's blurry. There's circle, triangle, rectangle, oval, hexagon, kite, hexagon, square, pentagon, rhombus. And these are shapes that are 2D and not necessarily, you know, like real elements or mineral. See, there's minerals, crystal, emerald, and the emerald looks kind of like a octagon. And I don't really know a lot of shapes and stuff. There's isometric, tetragonal, ortho orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal, trigonal. That one looks pretty cool. Whoa. And that's just the shape. In the bottom, it shows the actual like mineral. So for the first one, isometric one, it's the bottom it shows fluorite. For the tetragonal, wolfenite, orthorhombic, tanzanite, monoclinic, azurite, triclinic, amazonite, hexagonal, emerald, trigonal, photochirosite. I don't really know how to pronounce them, and I'm not even trying to be funny. You know, these are real minerals that are out there, and yeah, I think I went through all of them already. So I thought it was pretty cool, and you know, you guys out there have to do your own research, and don't be afraid to go online and look for your own shapes, your own crystal formations, your own minerals, and do your own research. There's geode, bridge, ISIS crystal, ISIS crystal, key, window, cluster, double, terminated, crystal point, twin crystals, crystal or celestial crystals, aggregator crystals. The aggregator crystals, you get a lot when you build your own crystals at home, your own crystal formation. There's a lot of YouTube videos on that. Inclusion, Canneling crystals, record keeper crystals. Record keeper crystals? That's like almost top secret type of information. This is like a memory chip, really. And there's articles on that online. But anyway, yeah, like, there is this grid system, and it can be perfected, and I think we should perfect it and look into real crop circle images, because I was looking for some online, but it could be very difficult to find real images of real crop circles. And I guess I would need like a real book or website that has nothing but real footage of that or images of that for me to go through, and for me to really take the time to investigate and to come up with different shapes. And of course, every shape is foreign to us at first. Like I did this one right here of the 2D square and then the 2D circle right there. And then I did them 3D. I drew them out 3D. Well, the 2D square I didn't do. Well, I did it on the 3D. I eventually did draw it, but um but when we first look at it, it doesn't look like much. You see what I'm saying? And our world is like a circle. It's a sphere. It might not be perfect or whatever, like a perfect sphere, but nevertheless, it's a sphere. And like I was showing you guys here, there's like the perfect square mineral formation, 3D. So it's pretty cool, right? And it's all mathematics. I learned just by looking at this and tripping out on it how to draw a perfect octagon shape. By measuring a perfect square by dividing by 3. Or was it 4? Yeah, 3 of the area. No, 1. What the fuck? Did I do the math wrong? It must have been 4 because it has to have. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening here? 1, 2. I think I'm throwing myself off with this pink line because I went off the black line there on my sketch here. Um, Either way, I think it was like divide by 3, and then whatever you get from the divided sections or portions, you add that, and from the center of the other side of the square, you make a dot. So that'll be your reference point. And then from there, you'll cut some of the wood, or if you have a perfect square, you would divide from that square and do the same math, and then it will give you a perfect octagon. But I recorded a video on it, and it's just so much information to be sharing over and over and over, and it can get complicated. So I really don't have the time to be talking about this stuff over and over and over. But there's so many shapes in here. There's, you know, like squares. You can make a circle in each square, and then each square expands further out. So you can make a big circle. You know, it's a grid system. You can scale up or down as much as you want. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys a few little images of minerals and crystals that are in the world, and stuff like that, you know? Because we know we have different elements in the world, but maybe us just being in this planet, it could have an impact on the formation of any element that is introduced into this planet. Because if we were to extract a certain element into a different planet, maybe that planet in which we now take the element into might create a different crystal formation over there, and whatever container or environment is introduced based on that planet and its conditions, possibly, you know, weather, pressure, I don't know, a bunch of other shit. I mean, that's just a possibility. Or I could just be wrong. In which case, none of this shit means anything. And I would I would love it if it wasn't the case, because I mean it would give us all something to do besides just being at home bored and having nothing to look forward to. So I really hope that that's the case and that my theory is true. Especially with the crop circles, and other life forms that are passing by. them sharing that knowledge with us, because it goes a long ways. We just have to decipher it. And they're basically um, assuming that we know how to think outside of the box, or we know how to think, or we would know how to decipher and process that information which they left behind and they blessed us with. Because we're not that dumb, right? I don't know. But you guys ask yourself that question. Anyways, I'm really ending this video now.